ahead and start recording? That would be lovely. Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It's Monday Night Live with Team Up. And it's so good to see you. I know we are in the middle of summer and some of you are on holidays. Some of you are not. It's in a completely different kind of experience socially right now. So I am glad that you are here. And one of the reasons that I'm glad that you're here is that, the Monday Night Call is all about education. And it's also, though, about celebration. And our co-host this evening, Amy Hopkins, achieved the level this weekend of sales coordinator. And so I am so proud of her. She's worked so hard. Her sponsors with us tonight, Jana Stevenson. And Jana, do you want to unmute yourself just for a second and just say, how you must feel about Amy?
Yeah, oh my goodness, I am so proud of Amy. She is one of the hardest workers and she's got a heart for people. She is just a natural born leader, and it's just incredible the way she loves people, and she'll do anything for you. And so I'm in awe of her. I don't know how she does it. She is a nurse practitioner. She is a mom of 4 beautiful kids, a wife. She does it all. And so I'm incredibly proud of her, and I'm very honored and blessed to have her in my life for sure.
Thank you. Thank you, Jana. That's lovely. So we're super proud of you, Amy. And, one of the things that I love is the concept of, passing the baton. And, when you first come on board as a Juice Plus rep, you're very much the student. And I always think that the first year in the Juice Plus business is really Juice Plus University 101. And for those people that learn the new skills and develop the new habits, then, you are the people that rise up to sales coordinator and keep moving beyond. And you have been an incredible student. I know Ken and Jana have seen that. I have seen that. And so tonight, the lady holding the microphone is going to be Amy. And I asked her if she would help me. She didn't know that I was just going to actually turn it completely over to her. Asked her if she would help me with the program on, because this month have been about training on inviting to events. And she said, absolutely. And then she took the project and ran with it. And I just said, okay, I'm just going to kick back and enjoy this tonight. So, first the student, then the teacher. And tonight it's about events. And before I turn it over to Amy, I just want you to remember one thing. A lot of you know David Beavers. And when David Beavers was first starting with this business, he was mentoring with Carrie Daigle, who is, passion on fire. And Carrie Daigle had said to David, listen, if you get good at just sharing Juice Plus with a few people and getting them on the product, you will over time, earn a nice little part-time income. But if you learn how to position people into events and invite people into events, you can have a dynasty. And that's why events and how to invite to events are so important. So having said that, our newest sales coordinator, Amy Hopkins. Take it away, Amy.
Okay, thank you, Terry. Okay, everybody, thanks for joining me, and thank you so much for the accolades, and I really appreciate that. I only grow because of good leadership ahead of me, and I definitely have learned from you, Terry, from Ken and Jana, from Carrie Daigle, and from, oh my gosh, Mr. Beavers. I just forgot his first name for half a second. David. And so I've loved listening to them. So while I share my screen here in just a second, I'm going to get this set up. I want to talk about first things first, and that is your heart and where you're coming from. We all know that when you come from that authentic place, you're going to make that real connection with people. And if you're not coming from that, it'll show. And so when, I, over the past 2.5 years, have learned how to draw from my values and my inner self, and learn how to make a connection and meet a need for people rather than of course, it's about sharing the product and about inviting, but it's also about being a servant's heart. And I think that when you come from it from a different perspective, then just like you just said, Terri, you know, you're really going to create a dynasty, and that is absolutely true. So everything tonight, y'all, we're going to get off the Freedom Revolution. They've really revamped it, and I love it, and we're just going to go through it a little bit. So if you have some new reps, I'm going to tell you, on the Getting Started tab, so freedomrevolution.com, thefreedomrevolution.com, password revolution, all lowercase, Getting Started, the US, okay? And so you can, your new reps, of course, should be going through this page, and if you haven't gone through this page, there's actually some pretty good stuff in here. And so scrolling about halfway down, there's 2 sections on events and effective inviting. And so if you have new reps, they need a launch call script, it's right here. Lots of cool stuff right here. They have these little sample talks right here that are about a minute long. That's great verbiage for some of our newer reps that I'm not going to cover just specifically, but I'm going to cover a lot of stuff here in just a minute. But I just wanted to show you all this little section. Some of this is also duplicated right here on the events and presentations page. So it's under the Freedom Revolution. Sorry, my kids are coming home from karate. But it's under the Freedom Revolution under training. Events and presentations right here. And so, you know, if y'all haven't looked at these presentations, everything is on the slide. It's great. I'm not going to go into specifics because I want to talk about inviting and getting people to your events, okay? And so this is a great little 6-minute video on hosting events. Talks about being a professional, talks about networking while you're at your event. But the first thing that I'm going to talk about is one of my downfalls that I have learned to overcome, and that is scheduling time to invite, number 1. So, you know, what I'll do is I'll get all excited. I'll get the flyer and I'll invite 5 people one day. The next day I'll invite a couple of people. The next day I'll invite 1 or 2 people. And then the weekend comes, and then it's Monday before the event, and I've invited 7 people, or I've invited 10 people, or, you know, I've really not invited very many at all. And I just got busy, and I meant to do it, but I didn't schedule time to do it. So one of our teams, they do the power hour, and that's an incredible time to actually spend actually doing work and actually doing the time, so to speak. So I encourage you to schedule time to invite to your event. Okay, so next thing that I want to talk about, this video right here, how to fill a room in 30 days. We're going to go over that. I like to print. I'm old-fashioned. I like the paper and pen. It just helps me remember things, and it helps me to see this. And so this is what we're going to be going over. The 13-minute video is by Stacy Joy, and it is a great video. So if you miss something I say, it's coming from right there. So definitely check that out. And but this is what we're going to go over. So first off, pre-qualify your guests to receive future invitations for you. We're talking about making a connection, right? So, you know, lots of different ways to do this. Whenever I get contact information from people, whenever the conversation finally gears that way and I say, you know, can we exchange information, or can we connect on Facebook, whatever it is, I'd like to send you some actual information. I'd like to send you a video about what we talked about today, if you don't mind. Would that be all right with you? And so, you know, don't be afraid to get that information. You know, something that Terri Luongo told me November 2018 during my student years, which I still feel like I'm in, I'm always a student. She said, you have to become a detective. So, you know, you really need to know what your prospect, you know, you're looking for needs, and you're looking for needs that Juice Plus can fill, Juice Plus product can fill, maybe the business side can fill, maybe the Tower Garden can fill, but you're also looking for, you know, if there's a need that you can meet right away, they just moved to town and they need a pediatrician, you know, meet that need. I mean, you know, it's not just about, it's about creating and building relationships and making that connection. And so, you know, pre-qualify your guests. That's what she means by that. And there's value in that, absolutely. And then, you know, create your mastery memory, what does she call it? Mastery memory list. Your list of people. You know, you got to have your list of your prospects, of course. And I use Teamsy, and if y'all use Teamsy, you know, that's a great resource. Whatever organized way you use it. Terri mentioned last week that she had slots for everything that she used to put all of our customers in and everything. And that was, you know, I'm tempted to go back to that way because I like that old-fashioned paper way, but the world moves a little too fast now, so we got to have Teamsy on board to stay up to get par on things. So, you know, you got to know the value of your speaker. You got to determine your target audience. So we're going to get into a couple things here that I want to go over. Whenever you are, you know, building that relationship, making a connection and getting ready to funnel these people into whatever speaker you're going to invite them to, you know, you can use, there's an acronym you can use called FORM. It stands for Family, Occupation, Recreation, and Motivation. So those are, you know, those are great ways to create those connections and talk to people and just find out about their lives. Terri always likes to say, you know, become a detective and use the phrase, tell me more about that. Tell me more. And I've learned that from her, and I've used it so many times, and I'm glad I have that. And like I said, if you miss any of this, this is all on the Freedom Revolution. It's under this events tab, and I'll show you in just a minute. It's just right over to the side here. Right there, how to fill a room, events sample verbiage right there. It's all right up here. Okay, all of this stuff is, you just open up those little tabs and they're all there. So I'm going to go back to this right quick. So when we are talking about inviting, knowing the value of your speaker, we have two events. Terri, back by popular demand, is going to be doing a presentation for us on August 6th. She's going to be doing her Take Healthy Back presentation. You can write it on your calendar, Thursday, August 6th. And then Friday, August 7th is Tommy Newberry opening up the Pajama Regional. And so, you know, we have a couple of things coming up that we can start inviting to right now. And so right here, number 4, she says, begin 4 weeks early by sending out save the date messages. Okay, so y'all, this is like your wedding. Okay, you want people to come to your wedding. Your event is important. You have life-changing information for these people, in my opinion. I mean, that's the way I see Juice Plus, and that's the confidence that and that's the belief I have in it, and that's the confidence I gained from that. And so, you know, so think of these save the dates. Today is exactly 3 weeks prior to Terri's event. So I've created some verbiage here that we can use, and today and tomorrow you can use this verbiage right here. So a lot of my prospects, if I'm reaching out to them, I'll say, hey, this is Amy with Juice Plus. I want you to save the date. Get ready to take Healthy Back on Thursday, August 6th. More details to follow. I'm so excited. And so, you know, that's something I've never done before. And so I was like, sold. I'm definitely going to be doing that, because it's about exposure, and it's that initiation, creating some curiosity there. And then in 2 weeks, on Monday, July 27th, so next Monday, this is when you're going to get the yes. Okay. So I'm going to, so this verbiage right here, can y'all see my Microsoft? Nope. Okay. Let me stop sharing and share this right quick. Hang on. And here we go. Okay. Y'all can see that now? Okay, so this was number 6 on one of these verbiage papers that I printed out. Hi, Susie. I was hoping you might join me on a Zoom call all about nutrition. I sent out the save the date last week. You know, gut health is a hot topic right now, and people are talking about it, but do you really know what it takes to have a healthy gut? Terri Luongo is going to teach you simple things to do every day that you can take care of your gut, which will impact your energy, your immune system, and your mental health. I've been listening to Terri teach about nutrition for the past few years, and every time I listen to her, I'm on the edge of my seat. You will enjoy this talk so much. We got to create curiosity, and we got to, what's the term? Stress the urgency of the event. I have 10 spots on the call reserved. How many would you like me to save for you? Something that took me quite a while and still takes me some time to get over is when people say no. And I used to think that, oh, that was the end of my world, and you know, but now I know that no just means not right now. There's an objection that I need to overcome. And if you go to the Team Up YouTube page, I'm pretty sure Jamie Cantrell's training and maybe Holly Morris's training on overcoming objections is on there, and it's incredible. And so it'll really be a great benefit for you. But 2 weeks before the event is when you want to get the yes. And then 1 week before the event, you're going to send the reminder out, okay? You're going to confirm with them. Just a reminder for Thursday night. I just can't wait till you hear Terri speak and take Healthy Back. Are you still available? And have you thought about anyone else who might want to listen in? I have a few spots that we could fill. You know, I mean, we know the rooms are available, but sometimes if you, I mean, it's just some encouragement to keep that confirmation. You know, I know we're in a post-COVID world, and I've talked about this, and you know, if you're going to have live events where you only have 2 or 3 people come over, you know, and you're still social distancing and you wear your mask if you're in a state that allows that, and you know, if you're going to have a live event and you want someone to come, you know, ask them to bring something, ask them to bring some sliced bananas, or ask them to bring some strawberries, or, you know, there's different ways to have people and kind of help hold them accountable. You know, I even like that because sometimes my mood wants to override my stated yes, and so so I like having the reminders. I like having that accountability to get myself to the event sometimes. So just food for thought on that. And so let me stop share and just go back to the back to my Google page here. Okay, so, and then she says 2 days before the event, confirm. The day of the event, confirm. Drive with your guests there, but I know right now we're just in a precarious situation where we're doing a lot of online events. And so whatever that looks like for you and your event. And then last but not least, I want to talk about is following up. And I don't know how to say her last name, but oh, y'all, right quick, if y'all didn't see Jen Saval's training, it's right there available for you on the events page. It's awesome. It's awesome. My team has used the structure of this, and we call it a journey to a new you. And it's a great presentation and event to do for people. There's 2 follow-ups right here. There's a 3-minute video by Jake Kelly, and then there's a 6-minute video right here by Andrea Bone. And I just want to play 3 minutes of this video because she summarizes the follow-up to the T. You know, this is my other area. So I said, first of all, my downfall is scheduling time to invite to the events. Well, this is my next downfall, was following up. And so, you know, she's absolutely right. You know, you get people there and you don't want to drop that ball. We have got to follow back, and we got to get out of the habit of asking yes or no questions. We need to ask questions like, what part did you like the best? What really spoke to your heart? You know, those are great questions that help spark maybe more conversation. And so I'm going to let her talk for about 3 minutes, and then we'll wrap up, y'all. Okay, we can't hear the video. Hang on just a second.
You have to go back and hit that share button.
Okay, you got it. Can we hear Kathy? Okay. Kathy, can you hear it?
I can't. No, we can't hear.
Okay.
What you have to do is go to your options and do share
I found
computer
it.
audio.
Sound. Yes. Okay. One more time, y'all. Thank you for bearing with me. I appreciate it.
Instead. It's also important to understand that follow-up is a process. And if you reach out with kindness and authenticity, people won't feel like you're bugging them, but they'll actually be grateful that you didn't give up on them. I know that was me. It took me several months before I decided to move forward with Juice Plus. And I'm so grateful that my friend did not give up on me. So I promise people will feel the same about you. Now, the first thing I want to teach you about follow-up is that it's your job to initiate the contact. Don't wait for a prospect to contact you. When you share information with people, they may say things like, I'll get back to you, and even have the best of intentions of doing so. But life is busy. Distractions are everywhere. Intentions are great, but they don't get results. So one of the ways you can get more comfortable with the follow-up process is by asking the right kinds of questions of people when you share information with them. Ask open-ended questions that allow you to set up an appointment for the follow-up. I like to say something like, hey, I know when you look at this information, you're going to have some questions. How about I check back with you on Tuesday? Is that good? What time of day is best, and what's the best way to reach you? What you can see is by asking in that way, you've made an agreement to a time convenient for them when you'll talk again. And as a result, you'll feel much more comfortable about reaching out. Now, one thing that's very important in this process is being a person of your word. People like to work with those that they can count on. So when you agree to a follow-up time, honor it. Mark it on your calendar, set a reminder in your phone. Being timely is really important to establishing respect and trust with that prospect relationship. And don't be surprised if you reach out at the agreed upon time, but don't connect with them. It's just part of the follow-up process. Remember how I said people were busy? I want to share something interesting with you. Statistics indicate that 48% of people who share information on Juice Plus with another never follow up on that conversation. Yet 80% of prospects who look at information on Juice Plus get started after the 5th contact. So what does that mean? People are becoming customers. The question is quite simply, will they be your customer? You just have to be patient with them. I like to call this process pleasantly persistent and never give up on people. Now, you might want to change how you reach out to them. Maybe call one time, text another, share a resource from the Healthy Living Revolution website or a video, and definitely spread out your contacts as you go along. You don't want to reach out to the same person 5 times in 1 week. Just show them that you're thinking of them at different times, and they'll appreciate that. But that very first follow-up after you share information with them, it needs to be as soon as possible. A mentor in our business once told me that prospects are like bananas and they ripen quickly. So be diligent with a follow-up system and you will have success. Now, one other important thing to know, for when you do connect with that person, the number one reason people don't get started on Juice Plus is because they aren't asked. So be sure and say something like, where do you see yourself getting started? Or which package is best for your needs? They'll let you know if they aren't ready. And if so, that's okay. A no is just not now because they don't know enough. So keep a list of those people somewhere so you can stay in touch. You could create a Facebook group for them where you share healthy, inspiring information. You could send them a new HLR cookbook when we get one, or even a health article. Just remain positive and continue living our mission. They're likely to become your customer at a later date because they see the value you're bringing to their lives.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there. And y'all, I'm sorry about the little bit of technical difficulty with my video there, but everything that video, all the verbiage, everything is right there on the Freedom Revolution. You can hold down the information so you can pull it up on your phone. All you need to do is hold your finger down and it's going to highlight that, and you don't even have to text it out. You can just stick it right into your text message and then just change it up and make it specific to whatever you're inviting to and send it off. That's how quick it can be for you. And so, but the art of follow-up is definitely important. And so inviting is important, but it all goes hand in hand. So that's about the gist of my presentation tonight. Terri, what do you have to offer?
Oh, well, you're like this seasoned professional, guys. It was just amazing. I'm so impressed. Thank you, Amy. And we've got some great events that are right around the corner. We know that Pajama Regional is coming up, and I hope that you are registered for the Pajama Regional. Yes, I'll be doing my health lecture, but stay tuned because on Sunday night, August 2nd, we're going to be doing a team up celebration happy hour where we're going to celebrate all the new P+s, QSCs, sales coordinators. We'll probably have a guest speaker or two, and there's going to be some cash raffles that night. So we're putting the details of that together, and we'll be putting together an image and promoting that in the next 2 or 3 days. But it's going to be a huge team up event with all the groups together. And we're going to be doing some fun things during the call that night. Okay, we're going to be creating a lot of fun. And I don't know about you, but I'm ready for a little bit of fun. Okay, we're ready to be a little lighthearted here. Isn't it time to be a little lighthearted? So does anybody have any questions of Amy? Anybody have any comments or questions?
I think you covered it all. You did such an awesome job, Amy. Thank you.
Thank you very
Awesome.
much.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next Monday night. Take care. Have a blessed week, and love and appreciate all of you. Take care. Amy, bravo.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Amy.
Amy. Congratulations.
Fantastic.
Take care.
Thank you.